Happy Sunday, little eagles. It's time for our Sunday story. This week, I'm going to be reading Goodnight Gorilla. Goodnight, Gorilla. Uh-oh. Gorilla took the keys from the zookeeper. I wonder what he's going to do. He gets himself out of the cage and follows behind the zookeeper. Goodnight, Elephant. Gorilla goes and unlocks Elephant. Goodnight, Lion. Gorilla unlocks Lion out of his cage. Goodnight, Hyena. Goodnight, Giraffe. Gorilla lets them both out of their cages. Goodnight, Armadillo. Gorilla unlocks Armadillo. The zookeeper goes home and heads off to bed, and all the animals follow behind, but the zookeeper doesn't know. The zookeeper goes home and gets in bed, and all the animals sneak in his bedroom too. Time to go to sleep. The zookeeper goes to sleep, and all the animals go to sleep too. Good night, dear, says the zookeeper's wife. Good night, 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 says all the animals. What? Who's in our room? The zookeeper's wife turns on the light and sees all the animals are sleeping in their room. So she gets out of bed and heads back to the zoo and takes all the animals with her. Good night, zoo. Uh-oh, who is following her? The gorilla keeps following her home. She climbs back in bed. Good night, dear. Good night. Gorilla's sneaking in the bottom of their bed. Good night, gorilla. Good night. The end. Sweet dreams, little eagles. I'll see you tomorrow.